Wrong button. Phlinger here, and let me discuss with you guys the best metal base that I think I have found. All right, I mean, I've got several of these set up around the map, but I think this one right here actually does a little bit better because it has coal involved in it. There's coal right there. All right, and we've got a couple of Nubuses. I've got some Tombats that are going at it. I've even got one, the Whirly dude, the Dig Toys, they're hanging out over there. I've got a beacon that is helping pick everything up. Beacons are amazing at grabbing stuff and, I mean, picking up this stuff right here on the ground and then putting it inside the boxes. Now, when it comes to food up here, you can actually go with berries. I'm going with berries right now. I've got a little bit of problems with some of the food. I may actually go get a couple of the cotton candy dudes, put it up here on a ranch, just so that we've got that instead of these guys. But, I mean, it should be pretty good. I mean, actually, honestly, maybe 4 of those cotton candy dudes up here with just constantly going might actually be better food than the berries. I don't know. I haven't for science that one yet. I will eventually get around to that. But for now, this right here, it's just cranking out the metal. Now, when you let me show you where it is on the map. It's way up here, right next to a valet up on the map. Way, way up. Pretty much kind of north from the initial spawn. I do have another metal base down here that, actually, this one right here is my everything base. It's I get a lot of stuff up there. This one up here is primarily metal. I do have a few other things that are going on, but yeah, metal is what I'm really, really wanting to kick out. And then eventually get set up so where I've got the automation going on as well. But yeah, metal. And these guys right here, they can knock out easily hundreds of ingots per hour. I mean, just easily. I mean, it's been a while since I queued this up. Right now, I've already got a couple hundred metal ingots. Well, it's 29 right there. Not too bad, but, you know, give them just a little bit of time, and they will actually have several, 100 ingots going, no problem. All right, and then I'll go down to my other base, come back when the metals respawned, and it'll just be ready to go again. I mean, the biggest problem right now that I'm having is having people pick it up off the side. Now, the Nubuses, I found out that if you take the Celeries and then you breed them with a Relaxosaurus, you get Anubis. It's, I mean, and Anubis is absolutely amazing. These guys are really, really good. So, I mean, Relaxosaurus, super easy to get early game, but yeah, breed them with a Celery, and you get something that has 4 handiwork, which is absolutely amazing. You get 3 mining. They do pick things up, but really, if there's anything to mine there or anything to craft, they're really not going to pick up too much stuff. You want to depend on other things. The beacon, these guys right here, they've got a 3 in gathering, so they will pick up just about anything that you have down on the ground, and they will take it and they put it in. But notice, I set up my base so where everything in here has gathering, and yeah, there's just so much to do in here that I end up having problems with everything just down on the ground, because these guys, they are constantly busy and doing just a whole ton of stuff. All right, let me see if I can actually pick up a bunch of this stuff and then just go deposit inside a box and see just how much that we can get. Throw some of this in there. But yeah, the way I have this built up, honestly, I would recommend trying to keep this as natural as possible. And the reason why I say that is over here on the sides, yeah, because when you put the PAL box down in the center, it will overlap with the edges. And that is kind of a problem, because once in a while, things will fall down and they'll just die. I mean, they'll fall down and they'll get knocked out of your thing. And yeah, they just die, and it's just bad for everyone around. So you'll all of a sudden see up in the top right, oh, they're incapacitated, put them in the PAL box. Yeah, but there's a couple spots that I ended up where there was some dips. Like underneath this right here, I put this so where they don't fall down right here, because they can't really get back up once they're down there. And I just put it like that, so where the edge comes up like this. I haven't had any problems with them falling off on this side since I did that. But over right here, I put these walls right here, right next to the beds, so where they wouldn't just fall down that little tiny cliff right there. And, oh, one of my guys is falling down there. Okay, that's why he's hungry. All right, let me keep an eye on that. And I would recommend just paying very close attention to a few of the things. This guy right here, right? Yeah. All right, now he's back up. All right, dude, don't fall down there anymore, right? And then once he's up here, he's just chilling out. He's going to go eat, and he's going to slack off a little bit for a minute. I mean, I think he's kind of... Dude, don't be stress eating. I realize that you fell down the edge. All right? Okay, but yeah, I could probably put a couple more foundations over there and then a couple walls just where that doesn't happen again. But for the most part, just keep track of a few of these things that is causing some issues in here. But for the most part, as long as you just build out a foundation right up to the edge, you're not going to have too much problems with any of that stuff. And they're just going to keep mining, doing their thing. Every once in a while, you can come up here, take what you got, go like this, bam, there's another 48. And that was just super, super fast. I mean, really, really fast. So when you're getting up, going through the automation, you're crafting all the high-end spheres, you can actually just have this right here constantly going, and then just come up to it every once in a while, queue it up, and then leave it. And the biggest problem, though, is when you come up, and then you're like, okay, why are you hungry? Go take a look at the edge of it. Matter of fact, whenever they say they're hungry, just pop them into the PAL box, pop them right back out. They'll come out and they'll be like, oh, hey, there's the food. Let me go stress eat for a minute. And that does happen. But, yeah. All right, so anyway, this is how I've done this. Oh, and what I was saying is when you set this up, try to keep this area right here just as naturally as possible. I mean, you can build all sorts of different things up here, but for one, you're going to cut off some of the spawns. I mean, if you come up here and you start building right here in the center bit, you're gonna cut off some of the spawns. But also another thing is a lot of the pals, they're gonna get tripped up on the edge. This right here, there's no danger of them tripping up on the edge at all when you keep it natural. If you actually have them up here just kind of running around like this. Now, when it comes around to the PAL boxes or to the storage boxes, I would recommend setting them up kind of, if you take this and you view this area kind of as a clock. I would set it up as about 12, 3, 6, and 9. And maybe if you see that you need more, like over here, set up a few more storage boxes. See, I've got a couple extra ones right here. I've got this one right here, this one right here. This right here is actually my 12 o'clock one. And then I've got another one right over there. Just because this area right here is kind of a hot box of activities, so I just want a bunch of this stuff over here. Now, I've got one right over here for the lumber. I've got a couple over there for all the, one down there, and another one over here for the metal and the coal. And then I've got one right in the very center. This one right here strangely enough, they haven't used up this one quite hardly at all. But, yeah, I mean, the other ones over on the sides, they're definitely using up those. Let's see, have you... yeah, you haven't crafted anything. And then also, I haven't got to the point yet where I need to really start overloading the fire ones and then getting a couple of these. Right now, one Wixen is able to handle everything, but I have a feeling that at some point, after going around adventuring for a couple hours, I'm going to need to set down another furnace and then also either another Wixen or get something a little bit better. But it does work out, and it works out pretty well. All right, so hey, I hope this video helped you out with finding out the best spot that I've found for metal and coal. This one right here, it is absolutely phenomenal, and I hope this video helps you out quite a bit. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate that. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger, and take it easy, everybody.